First of all, so this is Skriegel sends this in. Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be listening to a Bob Dylan album. Not just any Bob Dylan album. Highway 61 Revisited. I am so excited for this. You have no idea. Okay? Bob Dylan, everything I've been sent in from Bob Dylan recently, besides like one song, which someone sent in intentionally that was kind of whatever, has been incredible. Like, absolutely incredible. I never really understood Bob Dylan until I kind of got older, and I'm realizing just how much charm and personality goes into his songs, where they're just unbelievably comforting. And yeah, I've thought so many of his tracks are fantastic. I have no doubt that I'm gonna love this. Genuinely, I like, no doubt in my mind I'm gonna have a great time with this, because like, people say this is his best, and I've heard a lot of great songs from him. I'm not even gonna waste any time. I'm excited. So thank you again, Skriegel, for sending this in. Yeah. Okay, so I think when I was like 17, I tried listening to this album. Could not get through it. Too boring for me, okay? I have a feeling that's not going to happen again this time. First song, Like a Rolling Stone. Wait. Random LOL, but because you brought it up earlier and reminded me, I wanted to tell you, I don't think I've ever disagreed on a take you've had more than the Persona 3 submission. It's so good, what do you mean? /J, yeah?
Once upon a time you dressed so fine, threw the bumps of dime in your prime. Then you, people call, say beware doll, you're bound to fall, you thought they were all kidding you. You used to laugh about everybody that was hanging out. Now you don't talk so loud. Now you don't seem so proud about having to be scrounging your next meal. How does it feel? How does it feel to be without a home? Like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone.
Okay, let's get this out of the way, okay? I don't even need to hear the rest of the song. We're a minute and a half in. This is stellar. The story, the way it's progressing, and it's so emotional. See, here's the thing. It's like, when I'm a kid, I'm listening to this, I'm like, he's just going, baby, me. It is it feel? But like, holy shit, I'm actually like picking up on things right now. This is, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I know, bias, whatever.
I'm feeling
Just know that you will never flop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come, a nigga gotta set it. I gotta come, I gotta flow, and I gotta show it. Niggas think that he be doing, cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna dead it. Then I'm gonna murder.
LMAO bias, literal 10. I mean, genuinely, I've been loving everything he's been doing. And this is so emotionally striking immediately that I'm like, yeah, this is what I was hoping for. This is fucking great. You have a very wide taste in music, but I guess it makes sense because your job is to give music a chance. I feel like most people wouldn't step outside of their comfort zone with music. I literally, like I said, like when I listened to this, I could not get into this for the longest time. I just could not like imagine myself enjoying music from the 60s at all. Like I was like, this sounds old and I don't understand. But like, just like how, you know, you'll read a book that's old and all of a sudden you'll be like really invested and you'll be like, hold on a second. I want to keep reading this, you know? Of course, it's just an example because I don't read. But for me, that was Velvet Underground and Nico. Okay, that was what really opened up my eyes to like an older style of music being just as amazing as what people can make today. And I feel like ever since then, I've been exposed to a lot of stuff through these streams, and I can listen to this and be like, holy shit, this is incredible.
Lonely, but you know you only used to get juiced in it. Nobody's ever taught you how to live out on the street, and now you're gonna have to get used to it. You say you never compromise with the mystery tramp, but now you realize he's not selling any alibis as you stare into the vacuum of his eyes and say, do you want to make a deal? How does it feel?
Oh my God.
How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home? A complete unknown, like a road.
Okay, I'm going to pause. Not only is the story unbelievable, his vocals, they punch through. If you're able to accept a lot of his grittiness and distinctions in his voice and what he does, by the way, I got to put up the album time thing. If you're able to accept that, then it's like you're going to be completely enveloped in it, because not only that, the instrumentation is wonderful, the piano and whatnot, like everything is so comforting. You know what I mean? It sets the stage for him. He takes center stage and he basically gives you the most emotionally striking and like honestly introspective kind of like, you know, thought-provoking performance. Like, it's like, damn.
Stone. Ah, you never turned around to see the frowns on the jugglers and the clowns when they all did tricks for you. Never understood that it ain't no good. You shouldn't let other people get your kicks for you. You used to ride on a chrome horse with your diplomat, who carried on his shoulder a Siamese cat. Ain't it hard when you discover that he really wasn't where it's at? After he took from you everything he could steal. How does it feel? How does it feel to have you on your own with no direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone? Ah, princess on a steeple and all the pretty people, they all drinking, thinking that they got it made, exchanging all precious gifts. But you better take your diamond ring, you better pawn it, babe. You used to be so amused at Napoleon in rags and the language that he used. Go to him now, he calls you, you can't refuse. When you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose. You're invisible now, you got no secrets to conceal. How does it feel? Ah, how does it feel to be on your own with no direction home?
It's not even that cryptic, though. It's pretty straightforward. But I think that's what makes it so harsh and real. mean, a lot of the metaphors come back around to like these very real events and these very tragic things that happen to someone who I feel like never thought that anything bad could possibly happen to them, and now they're basically at the lowest point of their life. And the different angles and directions it goes to basically is insanely, I mean, it's insane, but it's like, it's so harsh and compelling. And this chorus is unbelievable. The way it returns to it, it's catchy. Like, this is a perfect song. I genuinely think this is up there with some of the best music I've ever heard, period. I think it's a dead clean, would rate the single itself a 10 out of 10. Absolutely incredible.
I'm feeling a 10.
Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, better know that I don't and I won't ever stop, cause you know I gotta win every day. So you really wanna pop me, just know that you will never flop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come a nigga gotta set it, I gotta come and I gotta flow and I gotta show it. Niggas think that he be doing cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna then I'm gonna murder everything and anything about it.
Like, that song did things for me emotionally. It's pushing. I'm like at the brink of tears. Like, actually. Like, it is insanely sad. But like, God. Wow. I mean, yeah, this is a perfect album opener to the point of where I'm actually a little scared to continue, but I don't expect it to continue being this like punchy, you know? Because I mean, that is insane. Tombstone Blues. God, the name of this. You kidding me? Exactly. Why? Oh, how does it feel as a line encourages reflection throughout at different stages that provokes imagery and feelings from you as it goes on? It's so effective. It's insane. It's so good. It's so real. Is what it feels. It feels so real.
The sweet, pretty things on betting off course. The city fathers they're trying to endorse. The reincarnation of Paul Revere's horse. But the town has no need to be nervous. The ghost of Bellstar, she hands down her wits to Jezebel and Nun. She violently knits a bald wig for Jack the Ripper, who sits at the head of the Chamber of Commerce. Mama's in a factory, she ain't got no shoes. Daddy's in the alley, he's looking for food. I'm in the kitchen where the Tombstone Blues.
Another thing is, someone mentioned that there's stuff about this album so far that's cryptic. Immediately I agree, but like in a way that's intriguing, where he'll say something, I don't immediately pick up on it, but I'm curious, and it even gives you a little bit of time with these like little solos to reflect on these like small little stanzas, which again, structurally is how it's fucking done. Like, it doesn't matter how many years pass, this to me is like the most effective way to do a song like this. Like, just straight up.
Hysterical bride in the penny arcade, screaming she moans, I've just been made. Then sends out for the doctor, who pulls down the shade and says, my advice is to not let the boys in. Now the medicine man comes and he shuffles inside. He walks with a swagger and he says to the bride, stop all this weeping, swallow your pride. You will not die, it's not poison. Mama's in a factory, she ain't got no shoes. Daddy's in the alley, he's looking for food. I'm in the kitchen with the Tombstone Blues. Well, John the Baptist, after torturing a thief, looks up at his hero, the commander-in-chief, saying, tell me, great hero, but please make it brief. Is there a hole for me to get sick in? The commander-in-chief answers him while chasing a fly, saying, saying death to all those who would whimper and cry. And dropping a barbell, he points to the sky, saying the sun's not yellow, it's chicken. Mama's in the factory, she ain't got no shoes. Daddy's in the alley, he's looking for food. I'm in the kitchen with the Tombstone Blues.
Thank you, Rose.
The king of the Philistines, his soldiers to save. Puts jawbones on their tombstones and flatters their graves. Puts the Pied Pipers in prison and fattens the slaves. Then sends them out to the jungle. Gypsy Davy with a blowtorch, he burns out their camps. With his faithful slave Pedro behind him, he tramps. With a fantastic collection of stamps to win friends and influence his uncle. Mama's in a factory, she ain't got no shoes. Daddy's in the alley, he's looking for food. I'm in trouble with the Tombstone Blues.
DJ.
The geometry of innocent flesh on the bone causes Galileo's math book to get thrown.
Richmond to Richmond if it was good.
Sitting worthlessly alone, but the tears on her cheeks are from laughter.
Jesus.
I wish I could give Brother Bill his great thrill. I would set him in chains at the top of the hill, then send out for some pillars and Cecil B. DeMille. He could die happily ever after. Mama's in a factory, she
I gotta pause for a second. Why does he sound so pissed? Now, I want to mention this because I was kind of waiting for a moment. A lot of the stuff I've been sent in from Bob Dylan was like sometimes he'd be like laughing and, you know, screwing around with his recordings while kind of talking and whatnot. There was just sort of a sense of charm. He genuinely does sound focused and upset with these songs so far. And him taking it seriously feels like he actually is giving it his all. This song is like, there is no resting time here. He is just like basically just like very quickly getting things out. And there is just a sense of tension that is built that this entire song. It's 6 minutes and it really feels like it's just been a relentless experience.
no shoes. Daddy's in the alley, he's looking for food. I'm in the kitchen with the Tombstone Blues. Well, Ma Rainey and Beethoven once unwrapped the bedroll. Tuba players now rehearse around the flagpole. And the National Bank at a profit sells road maps for the soul to the old folks' home and the college. I wish I could write you a
Haven't heard the,
melody so
recorded
lame
version.
that could hold you, dear
Fishman's.
lady, from going insane. That could ease you and cool you and cease the pain of your useless and pointless knowledge. Mama's in the factory, she ain't got no shoes. Daddy's in the alley, he's looking for food. I'm in the kitchen with the Tombstone Blues. All right.
Okay, so while I prefer Rolling Stone, I do think Tombstone Blues is just as good. This song is also providing something that's so different from the previous track in terms of tone, in terms of writing. It is actually a lot harder to understand for me, but at the same time, I am endlessly intrigued in trying to put the pieces together to the point of where I'm barely even paying attention to the instrumental. And when I am paying attention to the instrumental, I think it is fantastic. I think it's setting the stage perfectly. The blues, it's got a kick, it's got a groove to it that keeps things moving along. But again, I feel like Bob Dylan, he is the centerpiece here. He is telling the story, and by the end of it, I'm just like, what the hell happened? It's so much information that is basically like coming to my mind, and I'm just trying to piece it together. I'm like, holy shit. Genuinely incredible. I love this. I don't know. Again, I might be biased because I've been loving everything I've been hearing from Bob Dylan recently, but like even with that, I think that this is just him being serious with it is fucking insane.
I'm feeling attacked.
Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day. She really wanna pop me. Just know that you will never flop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come a nigga gotta set it. And I gotta come and I gotta flow and I gotta show it. Niggas think that he be doing cause it doesn't matter. Cause I'm gonna it. Then I'm gonna murder everything and anything about it. Boom, about a thing I gotta do another thing.
Hey Brad, I recently started watching your videos and I'm fascinated how much lyrics matter to you. I'm not a native English speaker, so it's interesting to see how much it matters to natives. So, in my opinion, you can enjoy plenty of music without knowing the language, and there's a ton of instrumental music that is stellar, that basically gets emotion across without saying a single word. For example, I was sent in this album recently and I absolutely loved it, highly recommend it. It's this one, where I feel like I got an amazing experience out of it without a single word being said, as it felt like it was dark and cinematic and a soundtrack to something happening. In my opinion, though, music with lyrics that you don't understand always feels like you're missing out on something. So while you can enjoy it, it always hurts a little bit to not feel like you're getting the full experience. In my opinion, something like this can only be fully enjoyed if you know what's going on, because Bob Dylan is the music. He is in the center of the stage, and he is performing, and it is so important to understand what is happening. So that's kind of just my perspective on it in a nutshell. It takes a lot to laugh. It takes a train to cry. Damn.
Well, I ride on a mail train, babe. Can't buy a thrill. Well, I've been up all night, leaning on the windowsill.
Think you're snoring?
Well, if I die on top of the hill, and if I don't make it, you know my baby will. Don't the moon look good, mama, shining through the trees? Don't the brakeman look good, mama, dragging down the double E? Don't the sun look good going down over the sea? But don't my gal look fine when she's coming after me?
Just another Elvis impersonator?
Well, the winter time is coming. The windows are filled with frost. I went to tell everybody, but I could not get across. Well, I wanna be your lover, baby. I don't wanna be your boss. Don't say I never want.
Oh, no. The album is so good, you can put it on for vibes. You can listen to it more closely. No, this album is quite literally the definition of when you're happy, you enjoy the music. When you're sad, you understand the lyrics. But like in an unironic way. Like where it's like actually fits that role because the music is so good and the writing is so good. Like, it's actually crazy. Like, that joke actually applies here, unironically.
On you when your train gets lost.
So just like AJR?
I grew up on Disney, but this don't feel like Disney.
So I think the song is fantastic. I don't think it's like as well like here's the thing. It's not as long as the other songs. I don't think it's as remarkably punchy, but it's like so perfect for where it is in the album. I think this is a phenomenal continuation and I'd give it a strong 9. I think it's great. Love this. Like genuinely. I absolutely love this. The fuck? Oh, yes, an alarm. My alarm to wake me up in case I fall asleep and because I need to go streaming. No, the vibe, the instrumentation on this one is fantastic. It's honestly a bit more cryptic than some of the other ones, as it feels like the album is kind of going deeper and deeper and just him writing poems and sort of you getting a picture of his mind. But again, it's like the sound is so amazing, you don't really need to immediately get it to enjoy it fully. So, yeah. I love your hustle. It's really remarkable. Thank you. This year, oh my gosh, so much is happening this year. I have a lease for an office now. So we're going to be moving like a bunch of stuff over there. 2, we're also going to probably be getting a house this year, which I have to save up for. A lot. Yo, Returns. I can't believe I almost missed out on this one. It's one of my favorite albums ever. Dude, like, I was wondering. I saw Returns review on this, his score. He gave it like a 95, which for Returns is basically like an 11 for anyone else. So yeah. From a Buick 6, next song.
I got this graveyard woman, you know she keeps my kids, but my soul for mama, you know she keeps me here. She's a junkyard angel and she always gives me bread. Well, if I go down, you know she bound to put a blanket on my bed. Well, when the pipeline gets broken and I lost on the river bridge, I'm all cracked up on the highway and in the water's edge. Hickok comes down the thruway, ready to sew me up with a thread. Well, if I go down, you know she
we are listening to this album. Maybe when it comes to Bob Dylan mosh pit, we are on a farm. From a Buick 6 is one of the more simple tracks here, but I genuinely think that as a transitional moment in this album, it's unbelievably beautiful. I did like following along with the lyrics and once again the introspection mixed with this remarkable instrumental and that bass. I mean, listen, there is some stereo mixing from the 60s that's done here that I think is honestly as perfect as it gets. Because Bob Dylan is still in the center, he's taking center stage and making it all work. Yeah, apparently this is one of the least favorites from the album from people. But I genuinely love that, and I thought it was a perfect and sweet little track.
I'm feeling
Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, better know that I don't and I won't ever stop, cause you know I gotta win every day. See the really wanna pop me, just know that you will never pop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky, you ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come a nigga gotta set it, I gotta come and I gotta flow and I gotta show it. Niggas think it be doing cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna it, then I'm gonna murder everything.
I mean, the song's a 9+ for me, but I might as well click 10 at this point, because that's about as much as I'm enjoying it. And overall, this album is so good, I never want it to end. Apparently, people are saying this next song is amazing. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't really trust the chat, you know what I mean? Bob Dylan, man, it's kind of hit or miss so far, you know?
Into the room with your pencil in your hand. You see somebody naked and you say, who is that man? You try so hard but you don't understand just what you will say when you get home. Because something is happening here, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones?
Okay, I'm pretty sure I was sent this in on stream, and I'm pretty sure I gave it a 10. And immediately from the sound of this, I'm just going to assume that nothing has changed.
I'm feeling a 10.
Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, better know that I don't and I won't ever stop, cause you know I gotta win every day. See the really wanna pop me, just know that you will never pop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky, you ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come a nigga gotta set it, I gotta come and I gotta flow and I gotta show it. Niggas think it be doing cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna it, then I'm gonna murder
Fastest
everything
10 ever. Listen, all right? I can listen to a song immediately and know that I hate it. In the same way, I can listen to this immediately and be like, yeah, from everything I've heard so far, this is going to be fantastic. And immediately, I'm instantly intrigued by the story. And I'm pretty sure I've heard this already. You know? I'm pretty confident. I'm like, Jesus.
You raise up your head and you ask, is this where it is? And somebody points to you and says, it's his. And you say, what's mine? And somebody else says, well, what is? And you say, oh my God, am I here all alone? But something is happening and you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? You hand in your ticket and you go watch the geek, who immediately walks up to you when he hears you speak and says, how does it feel to be such a freak? And you say, impossible, as he hands you a bone. And something is happening here, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones?
Thanks for being here, Theo. like the profile pic. I don't know when you changed it.
Many contacts among the lumberjacks to get you facts when someone attacks your imagination. But nobody has any respect. Anyway, they already expect you to all give a check to tax-deductible charity organization. You've been with the professors and they've all liked your looks. With great lawyers you have discussed lepers and crooks. You've been through all of F. Scott Fitzgerald's books. You're very well read, it's well known. But something is happening here and you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? Well, the sword swallows.
See, this song is basically just the original gay version of Richmond of North of Richmond. Basically, I mean, like, you know, but slightly better.
He comes up to you and then he kneels. He crosses himself and then he clicks his high heels. And without further notice, he asks you how
Portland,
it
south of
feels.
Portland.
And he says, here is your throat back. Thanks for the loan. And you know something is happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? Now, you see this one-eyed midget shouting the word now. And you say, for what reason? And he says, how? And you say, what does this mean? And he screams back, you're a cow. Give me some milk or else go home. And you know something's happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? Well, you walk into the room like a camel, and then you frown. You put your eyes in your pocket and your nose on the ground. There ought to be a law against you coming around. You should be made to wear earphones. 'Cause something is happening and you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones?
Why? I want a professor to teach me the meanings of these lyrics. Well, what's amazing is, especially with a song like this, it's very much left up to interpretation, but it doesn't mean that it's put together poorly in a way where you're left confused because you didn't get enough information. It's more like you're left baffled because the information you were giving was so striking and strange that you're just sort of scrambling to put the pieces together in a way that I think is incredibly stimulating and shows, once again, Bob Dylan's amazing effort to put together a song like this. Yeah, there's things in here that are weird, unconventional, provocative, and yet at the same time, he presents it in a way that feels like you're one-on-one in a room with him while there's like the most beautiful blues instrumental happening in the background. I know I clicked the button already, but like...
I'm feeling attacked.
Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, better know that I don't and I won't ever stop, cause you know I gotta win every day. See, you really wanna pop me, just know that you will never pop me, and I know that I gotta be a little cocky, you ain't never gonna stop me, every time I come a nigga gotta feel it, I gotta flow and I gotta show it, niggas think that he be doing cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna do it, then I'm gonna murder everything and anything about it, boom, about a thing, I gotta do a lot of
Brad, do you agree with what Fantano said about Kanye fans? As a Jew myself, I find it offensive what Fantano said about those who like Kanye's music, to be honest. Personally, I don't... Listen. He's a guy on the internet giving his opinion about Kanye. Is it really worth getting that upset over? Especially when he's, going against an anti-Semite. I feel like there's things that have offended me more in my life. Even if I even if I did disagree with him, like, I genuinely just could not care less. Even though it's Fantano. And you guys know I am the biggest Fantano glazer out there. Okay? Sad to see you not enjoy the new Ty Dolla $ign album, right? Okay, incredible. Like, fucking incredible song. One of those songs that... Here's the thing, okay? And hear me out. Yeah. Save to the library. Download this shit. Yeah, this is insane. I mean, this album so far, there's no way in hell it gets, like, it... Like, I can't imagine a world where all of a sudden this album becomes garbage. You know what I mean? Like, the flow is so perfect. Every song is so intriguing. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, this is insane. Queen Jane, approximately.
When your mother sends back all your invitations, and your father to your sister, he explains that you're tired of yourself and all of your creations. Won't you come see me?
Thank you, Naomi. I've heard that one's really good.
Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Now when all of the flower ladies want back what they have lent you, and the smell of their roses does not remain, and all of your children start to resent you.
I'm gonna pause. I feel like I shot my attention span a little bit. That or it's my depression, but it's hard not to want something big to happen. Listen, for me personally, I feel like Bob Dylan puts so much emotion into his voice. It's natural that I'm gonna fall out of an album, any album that I'm listening to, due to my ADHD, like, and get distracted by something. But for me personally, he keeps pulling me back in because I'm like, wait a second, what's going on here? Why, what? Like, I feel like the intrigue is winning me over. In the same way that, like, when I listen to a Swans album and a lot of people think, oh, this shit is so boring. In the same way where I'm just like, wait, why is this happening in the way it is? The same thing is happening for me with this album, where I just keep getting pulled back in because the full picture is just so interesting to me. Exactly. It's a story. And I don't really want to miss out on details. But another thing that's so great about an album that's this provocative and yet still up to interpretation is you are actually able to fall out of it at specific points and return back into it. And you might get a different interpretation because you miss out on information. But the pieces that you gather from this project are so powerful that you're still able to put something together, and it still creates a picture in your mind, and it still makes it all worth it, and it's still perfect. That is the perfect ADHD album experience.
Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Now when all the clowns that you have commissioned have died in battle or in vain, and you're sick of all this repetition.
It does remind me of Velvet Underground a bit.
Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Jane. Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Now when all of the bandits that you turn your other cheek to all lay down their bandanas and complain, and you want somebody you don't have to speak to. Won't you come see me, Queen Jane?
Piercing your ears. I love it in the same way I love Velvet Underground for that.
Come see me, Queen Jane.
It feels like it actually serves a purpose. And it's not too shrill where it's like, I need to turn it off. This might actually be one of the best songs here, too. I'm gonna be honest. This is amazing. Like, I love this shit. That's another. This is an unequivocal like this is it.
I'm feeling attacked.
Cause I'm feeling like I'm winning and I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day. So if you really wanna pop me, just know that you will never flop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come, a nigga gotta fit it. I gotta come in and I gotta flow and I gotta show it. Niggas think that he be doing cause it doesn't matter cause I'm gonna
Yeah, it's a perfect song. It's only the fourth best on here. No, like literally though, like this is up there. I think this is perfect. For me, the shrill sounds of this song give it such an urgency mixed with the unbelievable, like it's so passionate. The singing and the groovy instrumental, these are all just spices that make this feel like the most urgent song possible. It is like, I mean, I love this. I have no issue with any of this. I can imagine, maybe it's a little loud. I am used to this. And I see it. I understand it. I recognize how bold it is. How punchy and powerful. It would not be the same without it. And it is, I'm, again, bordering on tears. This is what I do for. Okay? Music like this is what got me into what I do. This is amazing. I love this. I absolutely love this. Next song is the title track, Highway 61 Revisited. Goofy ass beat.
Oh, God said to Abraham, kill me a son. Abe said, man, you must be putting me on. God said, no. Abe said, what? God said, you can do what you want, Abe, but next time you see me coming, you better run. Well, Abe said, where you want this killing done? God said, hold on Highway 61. Well, Georgia Sam, he had a bloody nose. Welfare department, they wouldn't give him no clothes. They asked poor Howard, where can I go? Howard said, there's only one place I know. Sam said, tell me quick, man, I got to run. Oh, Howard just pointed with his gun and said, that way down 61. Well, Mac the Finger said to Louis the King, I got 40 red, white, blue shoestrings and 1,000 telephones that don't ring. Do you know where I can get rid of these things? And Louis the King said, let me think for a minute, son.
This is great. This is so funny.
Then he said, yes, I think it can be easily done. Just take everything down to Highway 61.
Oh, this is amazing.
Now the fifth daughter on the 12th night told the first father that things weren't right. My complexion, she says, is much too white. He said, come here and step into the light. He says, you're right. Let me tell the second mother this has been done. But the second mother was with the seventh son, and they were both out on Highway 61.
I fucking love this. Oh my god.
Now, the roving gambler, he was very bored, trying to create a next world war. He found a promoter who nearly fell off the floor. He said, I never engaged in this kind of thing before, but yes, I think it can be very easily done. We'll just put some bleachers out in the sun and have it on Highway 61.
Oh my god. Dude, this is so fucking funny. But it's like so smart in the way it goes about it. It's like, it's such a respectable shit show of a song that is like genuinely an experience.
I'm feeling
Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day. So if you really wanna pop me, just know that you will never pop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come a nigga gotta set it, and I gotta come and I gotta flow and I gotta show it. Niggas think it be doing cause it doesn't matter cause I'm gonna did it. And I'm gonna murder everything and anything about it. I gotta do another thing.
It has the character and the charisma to pull it off, man. Oh, and it sounds so good, and the ridiculous shit just pops out. It's like, it brings instantaneous joy, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god, that was so good. Just Like Tom Thumb's Blues is the next song. I'm a 10 so far. Yeah. Yeah. Silly, but if I request for 2 different sections of a song that's too complicated, example 4-minute request, but I want it to be 2 separate 2-minute sections, I got 20-minute song, but it's too much money. Yeah, I mean, you just give instructions. If it's something I could look up on Spotify, I could do it easily. They'll figure it out, you know? As far as I'm concerned, I'm getting paid, you know? I'm getting paid to listen to something. Unless you're asking for something insane, like, I'm able to figure it out. Yeah, just put it all in the attached message. For one
When you're
request.
lost in the rain in Juarez, when it's Easter time too, and your gravity fails and negativity don't pull you through.
Hi, Red.
Don't put on any airs when you're down on Rue Morgue Avenue. They got some hungry women there and they really make a mess out of you.
Sounds like that one Kid Rock song.
Now,
And we were
if you
smoking
see
funny
Saint
things.
Annie, please tell her thanks a lot. I cannot move, my fingers are all in a knot. to get up and take another shot. And I bet
This song is just basically a ripoff of Lil Dicky's song "I'm Drunk," you know?
this friend of my doctor won't even say what it is I got. Sweet Melinda, the peasants call her the goddess of gloom. She speaks good English and she invites you up into her room. And you're so kind and careful not to go to her too soon. And she takes your voice and leaves you howling at the moon. Up on Housing Project Hill, it's either fortune or fame. You must pick one or the other, though neither of them ought to be what they claim. If you're looking to get silly, you better go back to from where you came. Because the cops don't need you, and man, they expect the same. Now all the authorities, they just stand around and boast how they blackmailed the sergeant at arms into leaving his post. And picking up Angel, who just arrived here from the coast, who looked so fine at first but left looking just like a ghost.
I know, right?
I started out on Burgundy, but soon hit the harder stuff. Everybody said they'd stand behind me when the game got rough. But the joke was on me, there was nobody even there to bluff. I'm going back to New York City, I do believe I've had enough.
Holy shit. That song was just such a remarkable vibe. I mean, again, that was one of the songs where it was the hardest for me to pay attention to the lyrics. But, like, genuinely, the sound was so remarkable that I was just floating along with it, and it didn't even feel like it mattered. I enjoyed that just as much as everything else.
I'm feeling attacked.
Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, get away, get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day. You really, really wanna pop me. Just know that you will never pop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come, a nigga gotta set it. And I gotta come, and I gotta flow, and I gotta show it. Niggas think that he be doing cause it doesn't matter. Cause I'm gonna dead it. Then I'm gonna murder everything and anything about it. Boom, about a thing. I gotta do a lot of things.
We have one song left. It's called Desolation Row. I've heard very good things about it. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't expect this final song to be bad in any regard. It would have to be. I don't know, man. The amount of dissonance in my brain that would have to happen for me not to enjoy this song. I expect myself to love this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Yep.
They're selling postcards of the hanging. They're painting the passports brown.
God.
The beauty parlor is filled with sailors. The circus is in town. Here comes the blind commissioner. They've got him in a trance. One hand is tied to the tightrope walker.
The MCR version? Oh,
The
yeah.
other is in his pants.
That's right.
And the riot squad, they're restless. They need somewhere to go. As Lady and I look out
Oh my
tonight
God.
from Desolation Road. Cinderella, she seems so easy. It takes one to know one. She smiles and puts her hands in her back pocket, Betty Davis style. And in comes Romeo, he's moaning. You belong to me, I believe. And someone says you're in the wrong place, my friend. You'd better leave. And the only sound that's left after the ambulances go is Cinderella sweeping up on Desolation Road.
No Disney reference?
I grew up on
Now the
Disney.
moon is almost hidden. The stars are beginning to hide. The fortune-telling lady has even taken all her things inside, all except for Cain and Abel and the hunchback of Notre Dame. Everybody is making love or else expecting rain. And the good Samaritan, he's dressing, he's getting ready for the show. He's going to the carnival tonight on Desolation Road. Ophelia, she's neath the window. For her I feel so afraid. On her 22nd birthday, she already is an old maid. To her...
Listen, absolutely no shame to anyone in chat, by the way, who doesn't feel this or get this. Because again, I've been in the exact same spot as you. It has taken me a long time to even be able to listen to anything that's old, or anything like in this style, and be able to get literally anything out of it. So if you're not feeling it, don't feel bad, all right? There's nothing wrong with you, you know? And if one day it changes, that's okay. If it doesn't, that's okay too. You're allowed to enjoy what you do.
Death is quite romantic. She wears an iron vest. Her profession's her religion. Her sin is her lifelessness. And though her eyes are fixed upon Noah's great rainbow, she spends her time peeking into Desolation Road.
If you're gonna make a new channel, just stick to, you know, don't just do it trendy.
There's Robin Hood
Be yourself.
with his memories in a trunk. Pass this way, an hour ago with his friend, a jealous monk. Now he looked so immaculately frightful as he bummed a cigarette. Then he went off sniffing drain pipes and reciting the alphabet. You would not think to look at him, but he was famous long ago for playing the electric violin on Desolation Road. Dr. Filth, he keeps his world inside of a leather cup, but all his sexless patients, they are trying to blow it up. Now his nurse, some local loser, she's in charge of the cyanide hole, and she also keeps the cards that read, have mercy on his soul. They all play on the penny whistle, you can hear them blow. If you lean your head out far enough from Desolation Road. Across the street, they've nailed the curtains. They're getting ready for the feast.
With this one, there's actually repetition, but I can actually look past it because the descriptions of each person here are interesting. Not only that, but because the instrumentation is so perfect, the singing is so locked in, it's actually pure hypnotism. Like, genuinely. I feel like even if you're struggling to follow along with the lyrics, like, I feel like I've almost fallen out of the lyrics because just that repetitive melody is so beyond perfect that I am just like, I'm zoned.
The Phantom of the Opera in a perfect image of a priest. Here are spoon-feeding Casanova to get him to feel more assured. Then they'll kill him with self-confidence after poisoning him with words. And the Phantom shouting to skinny girls, get out of here if you don't know. Casanova is just being punished for going to Desolation Road. At midnight, all the agents and the superhuman crew come out and round up everyone that knows more than they do. Then they bring them to the factory where the heart attack machine is strapped across their shoulders, and then the kerosene is brought down from the castles by insurance men who go check to see that nobody is escaping to Desolation Road. Praise be to Nero's Neptune, the Titanic sails at dawn. Everybody's shouting, which side are you on? And Ezra Pound and T.S. Eliot fighting in the captain's tower, while calypso singers laugh at them and fishermen hold flowers. Between the windows of the sea where lovely mermaids flow, and nobody has to think too much about Desolation Road. your letter yesterday. About the time the doorknob broke. When you asked me how I was doing. Was that some kind of joke? All these people that you mentioned, yes, I know them, they're quite lame. I had to rearrange their faces and give them all another name.
Holy shit.
Right now, I can't read too good. Don't send me no more letters, no. Not unless you mail them from Desolation Road.
Oh, holy shit. All right. You know what? I'm just going to say, let's just get it out of the way. This album is a 10. I'm not even going to bullshit. I'm not even going to.
I'm feeling a 10.
Cause I'm feeling like I'm winning and I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day. So if you really wanna pop me, just know that you will never flop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come a nigga gotta set it, I gotta flow and I gotta show it.